Hi, welcome back to Box Delight's game channel. We're playing Police Precinct. Turn 5. And Kirkland's going to move the support card in. 1, 2. And we're going to go back to the morgue. So that's 2 cards for our investigation. 1 for being an unmarked car. 1 for having support. We don't have any donuts, but we can get assistance from Doug Pearce. Yeah, let's use both of these. So we've got surveillance and offer assistance. We're going to use both these for their magnifying glass abilities. So that's 2 support. And 2 more cards for James. There's only 2 left in the deck. Come on, we ought to be lucky here for sure. Let's see what we get. We're looking for the cause of death, I think. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Yes! There we go. Manner of death. Sorted. That'll do it. We've now got both autopsy reports. We just need to find the murder weapon. And then it's crime scene time. Okay. One of these disappears from the board. I don't think there's anything that puts evidence back, but there you go. Let's stick to the rules. So taking our action, we draw a police card now. And we get air support. Oh, nice! This has got 2 magnifying glasses on it. It says to re-roll up to 3 dice of your choice. Could be good. Event card time. So let's use our intuition and have a look at the top one. It's an emergency. Oh, it's blue. And we've already got blue one up at Duffy's bar. Be a drunkard who's still hanging around there. So let's put that on the bottom and draw again. Okay, this one we've got to keep now. This is a difficult one. It's red, we don't have any red ones, but it's an escaped convict at a random apartment. Roll a die. Okay, let's see where this convict is holed up. Block 3, apartment block 3, which is next to Duffy's bar up here. The Knight's apartments. Okay, this might be a good place to head to. And it is Doug's turn. I'm going to keep we're at the police station, so we could change cars, but no, I'm going to stay in my marked vehicle for now. Let's head over to Colfax Avenue East. 1, 2. We'll bring the support car over as well. 1, 2, 3. We've got a couple of patrol officers here as well. They're just going to help me arrest those punks. I want to have a go at this escaped convict, I think, because the rewards are pretty good. Remember, Doug's only got 1 die for emergency skills. I could get some assistance from James this time. There's 1 die for Doug. 1 die for the support car. I think we'll have James discard his fast response to give us 1 more die as well. So that's 3 in total. And we need a 5 or more on these 3 dice. Let's roll. We have failed. And that means we have to go to the hospital and discard 2 cards. That's bad news. Doug Pearce winds up in hospital. Fortunately, it's not too far away. Unfortunately, the emergency stays and we've still got to deal with it on another turn potentially. But we do have to discard 2 cards and we've only got 2. So let's get rid of these 2. And normally at this stage you would draw a police card. That's the next phase, draw police cards. But if you get sent to hospital, you don't get to draw a card. So we skip that bit and move straight to the emergency phase. Let's draw, let's see what we get. Oh no, burglars at a random apartment, and it's a red, and that means the escaped convict emergency is now urgent. Okay, let's roll a die and see where this burglary is happening. It's at block 6, which is down here where our witnesses are. Now, if I hadn't already got both witness statements, I couldn't actually use that investigation deck until I'd cleared this emergency. As it is, we're okay, we've already got our witness statements. Let's draw an unknown circumstances. Okay, keep it face down. We do have to head over here though and get the murder weapon, but that's in a different place. That's in the warehouse. That's fine. That's not affected by this. Let's move to turn 6. So the question is now what to do. We have an urgent emergency over on Colfax East. An escaped convict. We've got some burglars down here. Kirkland is here in Colfax West. So, in our unmarked vehicle we've got a movement of 2. I think we're just going to head down here to First Street and search for the murder weapon. So that's 1, 2. The support vehicle's way over here on East Colfax. I don't think you can make it down. So we're going to have to investigate this warehouse alone. We've got 2 cards to draw and we're in an unmarked vehicle. So that's 3 cards. We don't have anything else. No donuts. Doug Pierce hasn't got any cards to help us, so it's 3 cards. Nothing. Nothing. Can we find the murder weapon? No. Nothing. Right. Discard one of these. It goes back to the box. And these 2 go shuffled back in. In the last episode I drew this donut run card, which I wasn't supposed to do because of the detainees running amok, so I'm going to skip player draw and move straight to the event phase. So as long as it's not a red one, we're okay. Okay, we've got officer down. Take 1 patrol officer from the stop hollow board and place it lying down in a bad hood of our choice with 2 or more street punks. And until the street punks are removed from the hood, players may not draw police cards. Yeah, I'm going to discard that one. Because Doug's going to have to deal with it. Let's draw one more, and it is a traffic accident at the intersection of 3rd and Vassal. It's a 4. Blocks players' passage. And we've got to solve assists from adjacent streets, and it's got +2 street punks. Okay. Well, the intersection of 3rd and Vassal is right here, and we've got +2 street punks. So let's roll 2 dice. Place 1 at bad hood 5, 1 at bad hood 1. Okay, so that's 1 here and 1 here. That's not too bad. Not too bad. It's made it difficult for us to get across town through the middle. And we're going to have to head up over the top or solve the emergency. For now though, it's Doug's turn and he's up here in the hospital, and I think we're going to head down to the crime scene in our marked police car. We could go and deal with this traffic accident and then switch cars. Maybe that's the thing to do. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, because if we get a donut from this, we could upgrade. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Doug Pierce is moving down onto 3rd. I'm going to bring the support car with us. 1, 2. Yeah, no problem. To the scene of this traffic accident. Now Doug's connected. It says here, in addition to your normal action, once per game, you may discard the federal agent's token to successfully handle any emergency. I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to put a call in to the FBI and send these urgents up to Colfax East. And these guys are going to raid Knight's apartments and deal with this escaped convict. And if successfully handled, we get these 2 rewards. Excellent, okay. So before we deal with this RTA, let's take our reward. First off, we get a sneak peek at the event deck, and we can keep it or stick it on the bottom. It's a pickpocket, and it's not difficult, but it's yellow, and that would mean another emergency, because there's already a yellow one here. So let's put it on the bottom. And then our second reward is, look at the top 2 of any investigation deck, put 1 on the bottom, keep 1 on the top. And I think the best thing for us to do is this murder weapon 1 here. So let's take the top 2, 2 nothings. So 1 on nothing on the bottom, 1 nothing on the top. Alright, well we've made the odds a slightly better. Okay, now it's time to deal with this road traffic accident. So we have got 2 dice, because we can't get any help from James. So we're looking for a 4 or higher on these 2 dice. So it's 50-50 on each dice. Come on in. Yes! Well, we've just squeezed in a success. We can take 1 donut or take a sneak peek at 2 investigation cards. And I'm going to take the donut. Okay, that's for Doug. We get to draw a police card. And remember, we get 2. Keep 1. Fresh perspective for sure. Yep. And let's draw Doug's event card. And it is, oh no, it's a red one. Arsonist at a random apartment. So that's block number 1, which is in the Paris apartments next to the morgue. And we need to add 1 street punk as well. Badhead number 4, which means there's 2 there now. And of course we need to add an unknown circumstance here. Okay. Bad news of course is that this one now becomes urgent. Which isn't too bad. Kirkland's here, right by it. Turn 7. And it's John's turn now. Let's investigate this murder. We'll leave this for now, because we've got our intuition. So I've got 2 intuition plus 1 for my unmarked car, so that's 3 cards. Oh! We got the murder weapon straight off. Good stuff. That's great stuff. Okay, that's it. We got murder weapon, just crime scene to go now. This is going really well. Remember, we're not taking the donut bonus for filling in the last slot here. And let's draw a police card. Air support, and with 2 investigations as well. Great stuff. Okay, event phase, and it is, oh, another red, a violent spouse, but I'm definitely ditching that one. Drawing again, and we get, oh no, it's a yellow, a thief at Snyder's Liquors. We've got to take this one. And the bad news is there's another yellow already here. He gets an unknown circumstance, and the urgent has to move here, which means we lose this one. We'll put this on the shoplifter, and now the crime rate's got to go up. That's it, we're one step off the mark. We've got to be careful with those urgent emergencies. So with that in mind, and given that it's Doug's turn, before we level up, let's deal with this shoplifter. So it's 1 die for our emergency skill, 1 die for having a support vehicle in tow. I really want to solve this one. I don't want to take any chances, so I'm going to spend a donut. So that gives us 3 dice. Okay, let's go. Let's check the unknown circumstance. It's with a hostage, and that means we can't use any emergency police cards, but we didn't anyway, so that's good. Alright, we need to roll a 3 or higher with these 3 dice. Yeah, no problem. Okay, that's that one dealt with. And for our reward, let's take another donut. Before we move on, let's use fresh perspective. Look at the top 3 cards of any investigation stack and put these cards back on top of that stack in any order. Reshuffle this stack if you wish. Okay, and I'm going to use that on the crime scene evidence, I think. Let's look at the top 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 nothing yets and a bullet casing. Excellent. Okay, happy with that. Let's draw a card. And we get, oh man, air support, brilliant. Let's draw. Roll 3 dice and place 3 straight punks in the corresponding bad heads. Okay, that's 3 straight punks to be placed on the board, and I've only got 2. Or take 1 straight punk from the stockpile and put it back in the box. Otherwise take it out of play for the rest of the game. Well, it's going to have to be that latter. We're going to lose 1 street punk from the supply. Alright, maybe that's not so bad. But it does mean we've only got 1 street punk left in the stockpile now. It's turn 8.